Okay, on this edition of the Fit Rockstar Show, we have the Viking Queen, IFBB Pro female bodybuilder, Irene Andersen.
Hello.
What's up?
It's good, all good.
You are
A
looking
bit cold and dark here in Sweden,
cold
still
and
waiting
dark.
for the spring.
What's the temperature there right now?
Oh, in Celsius, it's only 2 degrees.
2 degrees?
Yes, in Celsius. I don't know in the Fahrenheit. But
It sounds cold. That's all I know.
yes,
It was,
and it could be some more snow today, but hopefully not.
Who is a special guest we have here on camera that I'm seeing part of? Who's your special guest?
Vito.
Vito. Can Vito hear me?
Vito. Come.
Aww.
Up. Yeah.
Oh, wow. He's beautiful.
Yeah, that's my baby.
You can tell he's very protective of you.
Yes, he is.
Aww. How old is he?
He will be, in May, he will be 2 years old.
2 years. Wow.
Yeah, so he's still a young boy.
He's beautiful. So I wanted to talk to you because last year, obviously you made the top 5 in the Olympia. Congratulations, yes. As always, because you have, as I always say, you have a beautiful physique. And, you know, I know I hate talking about age, but I still can't believe your age because you just have an astonishing physique. Your muscle bellies, your skin is beautiful. You're very beautiful on stage and beautiful now as always too. But now you know they changed the rules. So it's top 3. Yes. And I want to know your instant reaction when you found out that now you have to requalify.
Yes. No, actually, the only way I found out was because of one of my Instagram followers sent me a link a couple of weeks ago, and I looked at it, and it said like men's bodybuilding open class top 5, all other categories top 3. I like, what is this? So if this person didn't send me this link, I still wouldn't know.
Right.
So no, I'm a bit disappointed because these things should have been announced before the show.
Right.
Because if I knew, I always said, if I'm not top 5, I will do the Romania or the Spain show after. So, and I would have placed quite good there.
Sure.
So then I would have been qualified,
right.
Probably. So when you get like a congratulation, you qualified for Olympia next year after the show, and then you just, okay, then I will not do the shows.
Right,
so
because there's no reason to.
Afterwards, it's really annoying because if I knew, I would have done the show. When you are in shape, it's not so easy to get in shape, you know that. So
yes.
When you are in shape, it's better to like stay a couple of weeks more and then do another show. So I think it's not fair. It's not okay. I talked to other people that affected. It was not only the female bodybuilding, it was some other classes too.
Oh, it's a lot. I mean, again, like you said, only the men's bodybuilding is the only class that it didn't affect. It affected everybody else. So it's, you know, it is disappointing. I understand why they did it because they want to bring in fresh faces and this and that, but still, you know, it's challenging. So in saying that, do you have any plans yet? I mean, you don't have to say anything, obviously, but do you have any plans to compete soon, or you're just going to ride it out and just go with the flow kind of deal?
My plan this year was to take like a quite long off-season period and get into like the heavy training and then start the diet in the end of the year.
Sure.
And compete in December. That was my plan because I've been competing so much. Last Olympia was my show number 40.
Oh,
I've been competing every year since I got my pro card except one. So I was like, I really think that I need a long off season just to. So if I'm going to do a show more, it will probably be in September.
Right, which would be smart. Yeah. I mean, listen, you're Irene Andersen, and you have a great track record with shows. You've got an incredible physique. So, me personally, I would love to see you go into a show unannounced and wipe everybody's ass, whip their ass. I'm serious, right? Because it's just, I don't think it's great that we have shows so early. I know we have a couple in May. I would like it to be more like July, August, more closer to the Olympia time, because then we don't have to diet for such a long period, and the issue is too, a lot of people are, trying to rack up points. So I want to ask you, what do you think of the point system? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's stressful on the person's body, or?
It's a bit stressful, because if you're going to do like the biggest show like Rising Phoenix and Olympia, you want to know that a long time before. It's
right.
You want to know. So maybe if I'm like waiting, hopefully if I get an invitation for Rising Phoenix, because I'm not qualified for that this year, then you get points there also. But then it's so close to Olympia. You have Romania show after Rising Phoenix this year. Another thing about the point system, have they changed that also, or haven't?
No, that's still in effect. They still have the point system, so nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is the top 3 are only qualified. That's it.
Yeah, because I saw that some shows you get more points on.
Yes, so they have your top tier shows, and then you have your lower tier shows, right? So like a Tim Gardner show, I think like Tampa Pro is higher, but something like maybe like this new Indie Pro Women's Bodybuilding, that's lower. So it's not really, yeah. Obviously, you want to go for the shows that are going to have a bigger points, in my opinion. But the other thing I want to...
We already have me and Mona. She has 12 points and I have 11 points.
Mona was pissed.
I have talked to her.
Yeah.
We are both pissed.
Yeah, right. I mean, look, you guys work very hard. You're in the top. I personally like the top 5. I think that should stay the top 5. But, you want to do what's best for the sport and the athletes, and I do understand that. But I think maybe more stuff should have been put out there so that way people can understand, what's going on. I do agree with that.
But don't you think that they should have announced it last year, so everyone who's competing know what's going on? Because when you go off the stage and you get congratulations by people around in the sport that now you're qualified, and suddenly you're not.
Yes.
So in my opinion, I think because they changed it like that, without telling people, without announcing it, without sending the athletes an email or anything, I think that this year they should keep the top 5, and then next year they should go.
Well, I do agree with you.
It's a professional show. There should be some professional things going on, not just change it like...
Right. And I do agree with you on that. I think maybe had it, leave it the way it is for this year, and then next year go ahead and change it. That way people know.
Yeah. Now when people know,
Right. I mean,
because it's like if it was top 3 and or you get a 3rd place, and half a year later, we only get prizes for top 1 and 2 and not 3. It's like it's the same thing.
Yes.
Just to take it away.
I agree, and it's not fair.
And back now we're not equal again, because men's open top 5. Why is women open up to top 5? So now it's like, the men have this, but the women not.
Because of the ticket sales. Because who brings in more of the viewers?
Yes.
And that's looking at more of the business side of it, obviously, which I understand, but I'm also with you. And I think that I think they should have talked about it more and put it out there for athletes to know, because sometimes, people get done with the Olympia, you're off, you're on vacation, you're away, you don't have to think about anything because you already know, I'm qualified for Olympia next year. I don't even have to go in, I've done my work.
Yes.
So, but then can you imagine if somebody shows up or a couple weeks before the Olympia and then
Yeah.
they find out they're not qualified?
Yeah, exactly. It's I would have been sitting here right now not knowing if this person who was following me, whoever it was, I can't remember, but sent me this link that they have changed it. I wouldn't have known.
Right.
And probably there's people out there that still think they are qualified.
I think it'd be nice if we had a newsletter, like back in the day, they used to send out newsletters to the athletes, letting them know things that have changed and what's going, active athletes, obviously. So that way they're aware of what the new rules are, what's changed, and what's going to be happening soon. I think they should do that just to keep the athletes informed. But then again, that's a lot of emails, but still, I think that should be done because they used to do stuff like that back in the day. I wanted to ask you about women's bodybuilding. Where do you see women's bodybuilding in the next 2 years? Given with all the health stuff going on, all this, everybody raving about blood work and, getting your health checked, where do you see women's bodybuilding?
As it seems like now, it feels like it's growing.
Yes.
We had a meeting with Michael Johansson and the MPC, like a seminar last weekend, and we were like, people, because we have the MPC in Europe, in Sweden and Denmark and Norway. So
people always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else, every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
there's a lot of girls that think, oh, now the bodybuilding is back. So when it's back, then will people start compete again? So I think it will still grow. And women's physique, they are getting bigger. And in some places, after a while, they don't fit in the women's physique. Then they have to move over to bodybuilding. So I think it will grow and be bigger.
So I'm really excited for Sweden. I just saw that you guys have a seminar. You just did a seminar, didn't you?
Yes, we were there. There was 2 MPC judges.
How was that?
That was like going through the rules and stuff for people. We were like 50 people on plates, and there was totally 190 people online.
It's not bad
watching
at all.
it.
Yeah, so you have people watching.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
To learn how to post and the rules and how to, you need to do like a regional show before you go into the MPC and all this. So it was good. It was good.
Now you have a show. There's another show coming up in. Is it September? Or when is it? There's a show coming to Sweden, isn't there?
There's an MPC show in.
It's a regional, right, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The regional on Friday and then the MPC on Saturday. I think it's in April. I think May.
I would love to come out to Sweden. We talked about this. I'm just,
yes.
I don't know like what the COVID restrictions are for a U.S. citizen. Do you have to be vaccinated to come out, or do you just take? If you just take the test, I have no problem. I'll just come out. But
yeah.
If you need,
I think it's only the test to get into Sweden.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For us to get into US, it's the COVID that you are vaccinated plus the PCR test.
Wow. I know certain countries, they want you to be vaccinated and you have to take that PCR test. Germany, you can go, but you have to have a reason why, like an important reason to go to Germany, which it's like, okay, well. But I would love to come to Sweden. If it's in April, I would try. But I'm like this because I don't know. It's a fine line. What's going to happen? Am I going to be stuck if I go to Switzerland? Am I going to be able to come back?
But I think Denmark opened up first, and Sweden, we have opened up everything. So everything is open now. So you can have like concerts and go to the movies. Everything is open here now.
So, given with the women's, going back to women's bodybuilding, do you think that we have a big health issue with women's bodybuilding? I don't. I
No.
think that there's a small percentage that some women abuse certain things, of course, but I don't think we have a big problem in it. I'm just curious to hear your thoughts.
I don't think that either. I have a contact with a lot of girls that competing, and I haven't heard anything. Everybody feels good and good health and training and the diet and all this. No.
Yeah. The reason why I ask is because a couple of fans online, I was reading some of the posts and they're like, oh, women's bodybuilding is one of the most unhealthiest sports. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's
no,
not.
It's not.
No. I mean, people like us, we know, we check our health, we do what we need to do,
Yeah.
Of course, there's that few that abuse the system, but, it's a small percentage, but I don't think we have any major health issues or nothing like that, And I appreciate what Jake is doing as far as wanting to have people get their blood work done. Would you agree? Do you think it's important to have your blood work done?
Absolutely. I do it like at least twice every year. Mm-hmm. We have a really good, you can go in online called Verlabs, and you can like book the XL or the large or the medium or small, different what they're checking. Mm-hmm. So you just book it online, and then you go to a clinic and they take your blood test, and then they put it in. So you can go into your phone and see how it looked last time, and then you have a doctor that's right in the end if it's some problem. Or I had like a D vitamin. I was missing out with that, so I doubled my dose. It's dark here in Sweden.
I have a low D as well, and I'm also anemic, so I have to.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to watch certain things. But I wanted to ask too, as far as you getting ready for this year of having to requalify again, do you have a coach in mind?
I'm still working with Lars.
You are. How's he doing? Is he good?
He's good.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid to change the concept that's working, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
And
he's not training me. Before he was training me like 5 days a week. Now we more or less hook up in the gym and we train a bit together. He don't have the time to put like 5 days a week with me only.
Sure.
But he's still doing my nutrition and the training and everything. So
well, listen, whatever you guys are doing, it's working. I mean, look, they always say that the older the wine gets, the better it is. I mean, you have really, you said you've done 40 shows?
Yes.
40 shows. Your physique from where you were to now, it's incredible. I mean, I can't tell you, I know I say this to you all the time, but when you got in the top, I think it was the Rising Phoenix or was the Olympia, one of those two. I jumped out of my chair because I know how hard you have worked for that moment, And I wanted to ask you, out of all your 40 years competing, or shows you've done, what was the biggest highlight of your bodybuilding career?
Actually, it was the first Rising Phoenix when I placed in the top 3 there. Yeah.
Well,
that was special because the whole show, the whole weekend, the whole event, like all for women, everything that Jake is doing for us there, and Alina and everybody is around us. It's you really feel special. You feel that they are taking care of us.
I would love, there's nothing more that I would love to see you more involved with women's bodybuilding, hands-on with women bodybuilders. Heck, I'd even like to see you have your own show, I don't know if you ever thought about that or not, but I think that'd be great. I mean, you have such a powerful impact on the sport, and you're so positive, and you keep it real, and I respect you so much for that. Again, I love watching your famous Too Big for the World, which I hope maybe this year we can get a part 2. We can do some documentary type stuff. I think that's in order.
Yeah.
It's overdue.
We were talking about it, but then the COVID came, and yeah.
Nico's over here. He's saying, "Come on, let's get it going."
Yeah, yeah. We should have a part 2. Absolutely, following up what
you
happened
definitely
after that.
need to have a part 2, especially now with what you're going through and what you've been through with the COVID. I would love to even maybe you and maybe put something else together with Michael Johansson down there. Get some stuff going. That'd be great. Yeah. Which, by the way, I love you and Nick. Man,
I love this guy. We like the chemistry when we are around each other. It's like, he's amazing. This guy.
He is one of the coolest people ever.
Yeah, it's cool.
I never did find out though. And he's going to kill me for even saying this. How was you? Did you go to his contest?
No, I really wanted, but I was back home after like 8 weeks.
He was shredded.
He was shredded.
Oh my God!
He sent me progress pics during. So I was talking a lot with him and pushing him and stuff like that. So
how did he do? I
was so happy when he won.
He did win. So did he win like multiple trophies or just one category or?
No, it was one category, but I think he did 2 shows. The first show he was more like a testing show, and the second show was the important show, but he won both. So
what do you think about you are already an ambassador for women's bodybuilding, but have you ever thought about doing more things hands-on with women and helping them in the sport or even outside of the sport?
Yes. I've been thinking a lot when to start with it. I get a lot of requests and stuff like that, but I had so much things going on around me here, and when you compete so much yourself, it's like I love the bodybuilding, but I also have like my family, my kids. I'm a grandmother now.
Congratulations! I saw that. What was the January, right? You're
yes.
Aww.
So it could be. I think the to keep the energy up and focus on that I'm competing. When I stop competing or slowing down, then I will start to help other female bodybuilders.
Sure, no, I understand completely.
Yeah.
Did you? I hope you did. You don't have to. You don't really have to answer, but you did apply for the ambassadorship. I hope, right?
Yes. Alina told me that I didn't have to apply this year because last year I couldn't travel over to do something. So my last ambassador for last year moved over to this
year. Good. Because again,
so I should be clear.
Are we going to have Fibo this year? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Really? They were supposed to have it last year, right? They never did have that Fibo.
No, I was waiting for them to have it, but you mean for the women's for wings coming over?
The Fibo, the convention.
The whole Fibo, I think it will be.
It will be.
Yeah.
When is that supposed to happen?
Yeah. I think it will happen.
Do you know when they're looking at doing that?
Oh, I think it's now. It's in the springtime.
Springtime. Okay.
Yeah.
I have never been to a Fibo. I was supposed to go when Wings of Strength came. I did. Yeah. Were you were there, obviously, right?
Yeah, I was there.
So did you get to see Lefty?
My opinion, I don't really like the Fibo.
Oh, you don't know. But were you there when they had, do you remember, Jake calls him Lefty. There was a guy who was, he was fondling himself as he was watching the women's bodybuilding in front of the booth.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I was there. I was there. Yeah.
Did you see him?
Yes.
So he was actually doing that. He was.
Yes.
What was going through his freaking mind? I mean, look, muscle's hot and everything, but seriously, dude, can you just go to the bathroom or something?
Well, yeah, it's yeah, stranger things happens.
Stranger things do happen. But
Yeah.
listen, I just, like I said, I know I keep on, I hate, I don't want you to think I'm weirdo because I keep on giving you all these compliments and stuff, but you have no idea how much I admire you and I respect you. I really
thank
do.
you.
Like, you are truly one of my favorite bodybuilders. I'm sad that you're not in the States right now, but I understand. You know, hopefully you can make a trip over to Destination Dallas, and I can come down and you can work me out and destroy me and make me look like a little chump.
I would like that. I don't think you're that hard, that easy to break, though.
Oh God. I want to come see you compete when you do your whatever show you decide to do. I want to come and cheer you on, and you will definitely hear me in the audience screaming my lungs off, and then
I could need that.
I'll be interviewing you after. But I know you have your grandbaby. You know, you're dealing with that. You got the family. How are your kids, by the way? They doing good?
They are doing good. Yes.
Now, do they?
All three of them.
What do they think of your bodybuilding? They love it.
Yeah, they are proud of me. Absolutely.
And I don't know if
So-
anyone's ever seen your kids. They are beautiful. You have got
Oh,
some
thank you.
beautiful. I mean, your daughter, she looks like a supermodel. Oh my
that's
God.
My little baby.
Your little baby. But-
25 years old now.
oh, wow. But seriously, Irene, I'm being honest as can be. You really need to put out the Too Big for the World 2. It's way overdue. You have so much content, so many things that's gone on that's like, you know, we want to know what's going on with Irene, you know, especially now the fact, again, you have to requalify. I think that'd be a good documentary. I remember when we were pushing the Too Big for the World, and you were all over. I mean, it's now you can watch it online, right? Is it on Netflix, or where can we watch it?
We tried to get it into Netflix, but it's so hard to get in touch with them. I don't really know. I talked to Kai Green, and he said that he will try to figure out.
Why is it so
if he
hard?
had some-
But I don't understand. Why is it so hard to get on Netflix?
I can't get in
Of
contact with them.
contacting them.
No, it's like, but you can see it on Amazon, on Google Play, going into our website, toobigfortheworld.com. You can download it on Vimeo.
Well, I would think, like,
So-
what about the production company that put it together? I mean, don't they have the contacts to reach out to, like, Netflix?
They only worked with like Google Play, Amazon, and this.
Oh,
So
okay.
they don't never worked with Netflix.
I mean, the fact that you're on Amazon and Google Play, I mean, that's, pretty big. But if you got on Netflix, I mean, geez, that's
I
like,
think it should be there. There's so many sport documentaries
Right.
there. So
yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying. I don't understand why. I mean, hopefully with, God's willing, we can get you on Netflix. Maybe you can do a protest, something,
Yes.
get their attention, right? But what are your plans as far as, outside of bodybuilding? You have anything else going on? Your fans miss you.
no, not really. It has been a slow winter. Last year, it was like I got the COVID again, of course.
Again?
So, yes, I got it after the first Miss Olympia when I came
remember
home.
that, yes.
Yeah. So when I came home from the second Olympia, it took like a month. Then I got COVID again.
Man, there's some
So
dirty...
I'm feeling tired. It was not a bad. It was like a cold. I was sneezing and coughing a bit, but I can feel I'm tired.
The first time you had it versus the second time, was there a big difference? Was it less symptoms you had the second time around?
Yeah, it was less symptoms. Yeah, and it only lasts for like a week. That I felt like a bad cold, but this that you feel tired, it's still, yeah.
So you still have that feeling of the tired.
Yeah.
So are you staying home more now? Are you still going out and doing stuff?
No, I'm out. I'm all over.
Are you do you have to wear the mask in Sweden?
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
No.
Oh, that's great. I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm going.
Yes. No mask nowhere.
So that's.
But we never needed. It was not like a law that we needed to have the mask. It was only like in a rush hour if you go by the train or bus.
Oh, okay.
In the morning hours and in the afternoon hours.
Did you guys?
They wanted us to have masks.
Did you guys actually shut down when there was COVID, or no? Did you stay open?
We didn't shut down totally, but it was like you were only allowed to sit like 2 person at the table in the restaurant and keep distance, and the gyms were open the whole time.
Wow. Well, that's a bonus. Not like over here. As you know, we had many gyms that were closed.
Yeah.
I mean, like even now they want you to wear your mask, which I don't understand. And we're all about health and taking care of ourselves, but yet they close down the gym. What's up with that, right? They want us to be sick. But I wanted to ask you, I saw that one of your good friends, Andreas Collin, right? What is he like? I've always wanted to meet Andreas Collin.
He is a beautiful person.
Yes, he has a good, you can tell he has a good heart.
I love him. He's the nicest guy you can find. And yeah.
How old is he? Because he looks damn good.
Yeah.
He's got those split.
The year around.
Oh my God, he's got the split bicep peaks, those abs.
Yeah.
It's like Santa Claus, you know?
And right now he's still in Sweden. He flew over here and then they locked down in US. So he said, no, I'm staying here.
Oh,
so he's still in Sweden.
Wow. Yeah. You know, they're bringing back the Masters Olympia. So I'm curious. Do you think Andreas would go and do the Masters Olympia?
You don't need to diet though, so he
doesn't. He makes me feel so fat when I see his pictures because he's so lean. He must be like 5%, 4% body fat. I mean, he's just.
Yeah, it's not more. It's not more, no.
What is he? I mean, you're hanging out with him. What does he eat? I mean, what's he drinking? I want to know. How can I?
He's very health focused.
Right.
So I know that he don't use like shampoo and stuff with chemicals in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he don't use the normal toothpaste. He have something else. He's very.
And you know what? I agree with that because you're putting all that into your body. So you just. Yeah. You know, that's why he
more and more and more.
That's why he looks so good, right?
Probably.
How old is he though? What do you think he is?
He's
70?
68 or something.
68.
In the late, I think. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but around there.
Have you talked to Helly at all?
Yes, we are talking a lot.
Yeah.
When we call each other, we stay in the phone like an hour and a half, blah blah blah.
I like Hella. I always, when you guys went on vacation, where was that? Because you were eating, drinking, partying. Where was that? Mexico? No.
She's in Mexico now.
Oh, she is. Wow.
Yeah, she went over there to visit the makeup girl who used to be on shows.
Yes. She does Flawless. La Kenya.
Yeah.
La Kenya. Yes.
So she was visiting her, and then the things happened with her biceps and surgery. So she's still there.
Is she doing okay now? I saw that she had surgery done, but she's doing all right though.
But she's positive. She has to take it very easy, and but no, she's doing good.
Now, speaking of injuries, you've never had any injuries. You trained smart.
Yes, thanks to Lars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some small, like some pain here and pain here, but never like any surgery or anything. So
If you was to give a beginner bodybuilder advice, what would it be?
a beginner bodybuilder who wants to start compete
Yes.
or
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They'll start competing
No.
or training.
first you need to enjoy what you're doing, not take it so serious. You have to have fun.
Right.
Because it takes a lot of time and it's like a 24/7 lifestyle. So you need to like being in that situation with the food and the sleep and all what's going on. So, and it takes many years to gain a complete physique. And I think people start to, they say that I don't want to compete if I'm not winning, you know.
Right.
But to
yes.
compete is like a receipt on what you have to work on.
Right.
So if you feel you're ready, get on stage and then you look, what can I do better to next year? Then you have like, you compete and then you have a year and then you look what you want to develop. So have fun, enjoy what you're doing. That's absolutely.
Who is your favorite bodybuilder of all time?
Linda Murray.
Yeah, good choice. And male? Any male bodybuilder?
I love Kai Green.
Yeah. Yeah, he's... Isn't that amazing how much mass and how incredible he looks right now? Like, he looks like he's 3 or 4 weeks out from a contest.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Have you ever trained with him?
No, we haven't trained together. No, not yet.
Now, see...
I will go to New York and train with him.
Now, see, this will be great content for Too Big for the World.
Yeah.
Because you're with one of the biggest guys, and then you got you, the Viking Queen. Come on.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'll be very good video. But Irene, I admire you so much, and I thank you for coming on my show and making the time. I know it's late over there. I cannot wait to see you compete. I'm going to be there. I promise.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm going to see you win your show and see you at the Olympia, of course, and, of course, Rising Phoenix. I'm happy that you're on the ambassador program for Wings and Strength again because you are a great ambassador of the sport. You're a beautiful person inside and out. And if other people say otherwise, I'll whoop their ass. But truly, it's incredible what you do. Keep up the positivity. And again, you are, if you ever have a down point, which I know you don't, just know that you are amazing for everything you've accomplished. Because one thing I've learned from you is that regardless of the outcome, like I remember years ago, they gave you a hard time because you were a big woman. I mean, mass upon mass, just muscle. I've never seen anyone with so much muscle. And even though you may not have placed the way you wanted to, you still kept on, show after show, fighting and fighting. And I followed you for a long time because I admire your determination, your passion. Because you weren't going to let nobody stop you from competing. You still kept on fighting for that first place and that win. And then when that moment happened, I'm like, again, I'm jumping out of my seat because I'm like, that's it, and it was an amazing moment to me. So I'm looking forward to seeing that happen again when you come back to the stage. And you better tell me when you come to the U.S. because I want to work out with you. I want to have a protein drink with you or something and shoot the shit.
I would love that.
I want to see you do your comedy act because I know you like the comedy stuff too, and you are very funny.
You and me.
You and me together.
Together.
But if there's anything you want to say to your fans, your family, your grandbaby, anything, your sponsors, put it out there, and then we'll wrap it up.
I appreciate all support I get from my parents. Are a big support. I know my mother, she's not the happiest about that I'm this big, but she's proud of me, what I'm doing. And she thinks I'm fighting so hard. I say, well, yeah. So I'm very grateful to my parents. And my 3 kids are wonderful. And to be a grandmother now. I look forward to that. He's only 4 weeks old yet, so
how sweet.
So, yes.
The little hands and the little feet.
Yeah, the small feet.
The small little feet. Aww.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. And again, thank you for taking the time to be on the Fit Rockstar show. And I am looking forward to the moment, again, when you're in the USA, because I want you here in the studio. And I want to do I want to do some crazy skits and challenges with you.
I've seen your stuff, so I don't know if I dare to come.
Come on now. Come on. But anyway,
we will have fun.
Thank you so much, Irene. You're a blessing, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, everyone. That is it for the Fit Rockstar show. Isabel Terrell, Fit Rockstar, signing off. Till next time.